whatever that hex code is. I'm not sure why this website's not letting me click on it. If it's working for you guys, just make sure you use it. That's fine. And get whatever color you want. Okay? So I'm not going to belabor it. I'm here to help you, facilitate you. So I want for you guys to go ahead with the activity, which is draw me a landscape. You know, give me some clouds, give me trees, give me a dog, I don't care, all that good stuff. Give me a house using the draw triangle, draw rectangle, draw ellipse tools in the graphics window. Sure could, but that always teach you the hard way first, then teach you the shortcuts. And I promise, we're going to tie all this together in your homework where you're going to create a game for the turtle. Yay! Okay? So, practice using those tools. Practice using those tools. The website's there to help you get the specific colors. I want colors. I don't want a black and white landscape. Alright? We will reconvene with this at, we'll say, what time is it now? 10:15. We'll give you till 11:30 on this, but in that hour and 15 minutes, take your break when you feel you need to. In this time, this is you guys being as grown as I can let you be, all right? Take a break when you feel you need it. So you need to use the restroom, you need to get a drink of water, you get your 15-minute break, all right? So you get an hour of work and 15 minutes of break when you need it. We'll check everybody, see what your landscapes look like in an hour, all right? If you have questions, raise your hand, I'll come and assist you.
So now you're looking at cohort 1. They are working on a coding assignment right now. They are using code to better understand geometry. As you can see, they have to use code to draw a triangle, a rectangle, and they're creating a landscape based on that, but they have to do it with code. So there's all those logical skills that students need in order to be better workers in the workplace. And so what we're going to do is zoom back in, check out what's going on with our students, give you a real live look at AGORA. This is a typical Saturday at AGORA. These are 9th graders. They're on a college campus. They are in a lecture style room. The work that they do is basically online. They're taking an online class, but it's sort of hybrid because it's instructor-led versus online. And as you can see, we have a big diversity of students here. I'm going to come over here to these young ladies that are draped in Cape Fear gear. What's up, Colts? What's up? What's up? Now, there's something special going to happen this evening at about 7 o'clock. Tell us about that.
Well, we're going to the ship, guys.
What, the ship? What is that?
To the
championship. The Cape Fear Colts, undefeated this year, about to play for the state championship, and you guys took a little time to come here to AGORA, hang out with us today till 1:30, learning about coding and stuff like that. So, how's it going today?
Good.
Yeah, what are you learning so far?
Well, we learned about how to draw landscapes and draw rectangles in different shapes using the small basic program.
So let me ask you this. Being young ladies, are you intimidated being in here with all these boys that think they know everything about technology?
No.
Now, do they know everything there is to know about technology? No. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. How do you think, or is this helping you in the classroom? Are you taking anything back from these Saturday sessions and using it in the classroom? If so, what is it?
It actually is. It's helping. It's helping me my critical thinking.
Right.
It's helping me take things a lot further than what I normally would.
Okay, okay.
It's making me analyze things a lot more.
Oh, there's that word again. Analyze, critical thinking, soft skills. So are you like going back into the classroom and knocking stuff out of the park and
Yeah.
everybody's turning to you saying, you know, like,
Where did
look at
this come
where'd that come from? You know, have your teachers made any statements to you? Like, you know,
My grades have gotten better. Like, I can say that like my work ethic has improved like, a lot more than
Okay.
it has. Like my thought process is way different than it was before.
Okay, all right. And you, ma'am? What's happening in the classroom with you?
It's helped me like be more like logical about things, so I think stuff out more.
Okay, so you're now able, you're able to think of more abstract things than just your, you know, take things at face value.
Yes.
Well, very cool, and good luck to the Colts. Go Colts. Go Colts. Beat Greensboro Dudley, right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, ladies. All right, let me talk to these guys right here. All right, guys, you're live on the internet. What's happening today? Huh? Nothing?
We're making a house out of code.
You're making a house out of code. Now, yeah, could I just swing around?
Like right here, mine's sideways right now. I don't know
Let's see what we got
why,
here.
but see right here you have, that's a color. This would make the color. This would be a specific color of blue. And then this is where the big square is at.
Now, what are those? Okay, I see some stuff in the parentheses. I see 200, 200, and 200, and 200. What is all that?
Alright, so 200, 200, the first two, that would be the coordinates of this top left corner right here.
Okay.
And then the other two, the next two 200s, is the width and the height of it.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's 200, 200 is the coordinate of the left, and then it's 200 pixels wide and 200 pixels tall.
Okay, and in mathematics we call that what?
Coordinates?
Coordinates and the what is it? The length and the width and
Yeah.
all that cool stuff. So we're learning a little technical skill, a little math skill, and all that stuff. Now, tell us, or tell all the folks out there, has AGORA had any effect on you in the classroom? In these, I mean, you've been here two Saturdays now, 16 hours basically. You know, what effect has this had on you in the classroom?
It's whenever we get to like talking about technology in class. Like now I have more input in the class. Like usually I wouldn't even understand what they were talking about, but now I have like an input on the conversation.
Very cool. So now you're starting to see the application for all this stuff
Yes.
as it relates to your schoolwork.
Yes.
All right, very good. And what school, high school do you attend?
Cross Creek Early College.
Cross Creek Early College. So you're going to graduate with a 2-year degree
Yes, sir.
and a high school diploma.
Yes, sir.
And wow, that's pretty cool. And now you're getting all this cool technology. So what are your career aspirations at this point?
At this point, I want to get into physics of some sort, like
Okay.
astrophysics.
Well, now you're really going to love when you get to our 11th grade cohort, because we work with a program called Unity 3D that has a built-in physics engine. And I mean, I'm talking wind, water, electricity, fire, all that stuff. You can simulate that stuff in a real-world environment. So hang in there, okay?
Okay.
All right, appreciate it, man.
You too.
Chris, I figured it out.
You figure out what?
Background color.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, you're good? You're good?
That's a nice dirt color. The triangle should be the same size now. However, it's not. Well, it didn't even shrink. Like, no, that's not how math should work.
You keep working. I'll come back as soon as I figure out what the syntax is.
Get rid of this. It's an irrelevant color.
I'm thinking to make a circle.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing live here in the AGORA classroom. We've spoken with some students. You've now seen the impact that this is having in the classroom. And look, all that was unscripted, okay? They're talking about logical thinking. They're talking about being able to analyze things a little bit more. These are all the soft skills that we preach, that we keep preaching around here at AGORA, that the students are going to have just by having exposure to this technology. And now you see it's having an effect in the classroom. All right, I'm still roaming around. This is Jeff Epps. I'll be back later. Out. All right, we're about to go live here, back with with cohort number 2, and we're seeing some 3D modeling going on. So let's switch in. So students are they're working on their spaceship. Oh, now let's come back. All right, so we're back. And you said you were creating a spaceship from a block using extruding and beveling. All right, so tell us about what we're looking at here.
Well, this is the spaceship after it was modified with the smooth modifier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And show us the, all right, so these are your different views and how to look at it. Now, rotate that for us. Wow, very, very cool. So now, do you think that with the skills you have with this now, that you could look at other objects around you and use and determine what basic block could be used to create that object? So, for those of you that don't know, girls do model. They don't just model clothes. They model in 3D, okay? Here at AGORA, they model in 3D. All right, thank you, ma'am. Good to see you again. By the way, this young lady comes all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina, just to be with us. Thank you for coming. We love having you. All right.
Hey, will you pull up your ship right now so Mr. Epps can see it? He's live streaming it.
Live stream, AGORA, AGORA. We're gonna zoom in here right quick with Mr. O. Mr. Chad Osborne. He is our geospatial modeling teacher here. Mr. O, tell us why this is so important.
Because this mimics the way that we live our lives in the real world. All we do here is take point cloud data and make it into objects that replicate the real world. And we can solve complex problems right here, right now.
Wow. Now, when you say point clouds, for our audience that's out there, what is a point cloud? Is that something? Now we know about the cloud.
Well, let's talk about geometry right fast. So geometry is just the study of vertices. It's just the study of points in math as it relates to mathematical data on the X, Y, and Z axis.
Okay.
On the coordinate plane.
Okay.
That's all we're doing. We're just visualizing math here.
Visualizing math. Now, what is the expected impact of what these students are doing? What is the expected impact in the classroom? What does that look?
It gives them the visualization process, allows them to see the math, to understand how it relates with the real world.
Wow. All right. Hey, Mr. O, we appreciate all you do here at AGORA. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. Let's zoom around here. I think I want to come down here to the Richmond County crowd. Here we have Mr. C.J. Wilson and Mr. What's your name again?
Nicholas Reynolds.
Nicholas Reynolds. And, of course, Miss Erica
Nobody.
Bullard. Erica, tell us what you're doing here.
I got a rocket ship.
You have a rocket ship.
So I'm gonna tell you what actually happened. Okay, we were
Okay.
making one, and then my selection's not working. So then, actually, I had the one from last month, so I just used this one instead. So I went to we had to remember all the numbers and stuff.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
Depends
I
on the
have
cartoon.
been in AGORA for my second year now.
Second year. Now, how has this helped you in the classroom? And you go to the early college, right? You and Nicholas, you're both early college high school students. So how has this helped you in the classroom?
Not much yet.
Yeah, it hasn't helped me much yet
But
with
in
what
our
I'm doing
college
so far.
classes, it might.
Okay, so have you used any of the logical skills, do you think?
With
in the
math and
classroom?
stuff, yeah.
Okay,
I've had to use a little bit of logic skills.
okay, all right.
And, that's pretty much it.
So are you having fun?
Yeah, I mean, I like doing this. This is last year I didn't like coding and everything else, but now since we're actually starting to do this type of stuff, I'm actually enjoying it.
So you're more of a visual person.
Yeah,
All
I'm
that
a hands-on
coding-
and visual.
Right. So naturally you gravitate to this just a little bit more. And Nicholas, you're just like a coder, modeler, gamer person, right? You just love all of this, right? All right. Mr. CJ, that's a sharp haircut you have there. Actually saw him get that haircut. We were in the barbershop at the same time, so yeah. CJ and we were in the barbershop at the
That
same
sounds
time.
nice. My dad said he saw you in Bojangles the other day.
He did. We had a good little chat.
He said, I saw Mr. Edison in Bojangles the other day. I said, you did?
Yeah, folks, I like Bojangles biscuits like everybody else. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. What's going on, gentlemen? Everything's looking good over here. We got spaceships going on. So tell me about this. How would you use this technology in the classroom? Tell me about that. How would that happen? What would you do with it?
Well, if you're going into the medical field, right? You could use this to 3D model like a vertebrae or a kneecap or something like that. So
Okay.
you could have a transplant for someone that has a weak one. You could use it in the industry, so you could construct 3D modeling, like pillars and stuff like that for houses.
Very cool. We got a future doctor right here.
Going back to the medical field, like what he was talking about, what you could do is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, people are already working on it, but you could also make an artificial heart, which you can, it won't be as good as a real heart, but it will allow someone to extend their lifetime. Another thing that people are working on are, for example, like, if someone is, they don't have full control of their body, like they're in a car accident and they can't fully recover and they don't know how to walk completely, they could use a 3D printer or they could use a 3D modeling program to 3D model something that could maybe help keep everything in place and help them control the body part that they don't have full control over.
I'm going to just go ahead and start calling this man Dr. Castro. Okay?
All right, right here.
Thank you, sir. Very insightful.
Listen what I want you to do. If you draw a cylinder,
This is Jeff Epps. I'm still roaming around. I'll be back at you later.
bevel
Out.
and extrude.
All right, hey, this is Jeff Epps. We're going back now with the first cohort, okay? First cohort. We're going back in with them now. They're talking about electricity, and we're getting ready to get into the 3D modeling phase of it. So we're going to catch the tail end of the lecture.
And 120 degrees from there, my third phase will start. This is A phase, B phase, and C phase. All right? When I told you to calculate this up here, or asked you to calculate, you gave me 95,000 or something. That's line to line. The voltage from this phase to this phase, okay? Between those two phases, or between this phase and this phase. But I need to know how much current is on each one of these lines. You with me so far? Okay? The most any generator can put off that's built today is 23,000 volts. That's why I chose 23 kV. That's the most. That's why we generate it, and then we do what? We step it up, right? And I'll show you why. After we get this modeled or calculated, we'll figure it out. So we do 22 MVA divided by 23K, right? KV.
Keep in mind about your units. MVA are mega, which means times 10 to the 6 million voltamps, and a volt times an amp is a watt. So we're talking about megawatts.
Yes. So we got, what'd you get?
95,224.8.
Basically 95 kA, right? Kiloamps. But we want to know how much current is on each one of these. So we have to actually introduce
I'm getting ready to do a
times
piece to this.
the square root of 3. Do it that way. Put a parentheses around your denominator now and see what you get. You should get a quite a bit smaller number.
165,674.42506.
165,000?
You got 55,000. How about those prefixes?
What did you
those
get?
megas and those kilos?
What did you get?
I got 55,000.
Now, how did you get that?
I did that. I just divided 95,652 by square root of 3.
And what are we calculating?
We're calculating the second phase.
The second phase of power distribution? Very cool.
So if you're not paying attention to your units, that might be where your numbers are coming off, especially if it's off by a certain decimals. That mega is times 10 to the 6 essentially, right? And that kilo is essentially times 10 to the third. So you have to include those factors when you're doing your numbers, otherwise your decimal is going to be boop, 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 all over the place.
And you could end up burning up an entire city.
True story.
You could end up burning up an entire city. Guys, we're talking about power distribution. When you go home and you plug your iPhone in and it goes ding and starts charging, there are people who are responsible for making sure that when you plug it in, that it doesn't burn up your phone or burn up your house. So a miscalculation on your part, you could be responsible for blowing fuses for an entire neighborhood. Now, Mr. Terry, as I was talking with Mr. Terry and trying to get my head wrapped around this whole power substation thing that he teaches, and I was thinking that it powered maybe a small neighborhood. No, these things power entire cities. Okay? So the calculations you're making here today, if you get them wrong, you could be responsible for tearing up a lot of iPhones. And people will hunt you down. Okay? They will hunt you down to find out who is responsible for messing up my big screen TV, the one downstairs and the one in my man cave, and my phone. I'm just saying, you blow up my stuff in my man cave, I'm coming to find you. I want to know who's directly responsible.
I feel like the hospital having a lot of people die will probably be more important to them than the TVs being blown up.
Wait a minute. Who is this kid?
I'm Caleb.
Who is this kid?
I am Caleb.
You are Caleb. And Caleb, did you get this calculation right?
Yeah.
You did?
What'd you
Okay,
get?
then I won't come after you when something happens to my iPhone.
What'd
I'm
you
picking
get,
on you, Caleb.
I got 55.2224.
You get 55. Yeah, it's actually 55,000 volts. Or amps. 55,000 amps. Now, you think about, in that model I showed you,
So what
with
we're
the
doing
generator and
is
the
we
transformer
are
sitting right on
giving
top
these
of it,
students
right?
real-world scenarios in power distribution and making sure that they understand that these are real-world applications. In a little bit, we're going to talk about and show them, demonstrate to them how to to model this using 3D simulation. You're going to want to stick around for this. This is Jeff Epps. I'll be back later. Out.